dark side. I wanna know your secrets. I wanna be your lifeline. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Tell me you're more than just a highlight. Pretty pictures on the outside. I hate to stare at you through these lights. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Oh, oh, this ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial. This ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial.
I wanna know you inside and out. Wanna know what's behind the light. Wanna feel that real love from within. I want real love, real highs. You're just enough to get me through, get me through. 'Cause you're officially perfect for me. So wait for you, wait for you.
Up all night thinking, passing the time, anxiously waiting. You're on my mind, losing and winning. You can't get it right. Hoping you see me for more than just nights. Up all night thinking,
Am I on your mind? Will you come meet me and change my life?
this love could be deeper. Just
Thinking, will you love me?
click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you.
Addicted to you.
Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Oh, oh, this ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial. This ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial.
Hello, good evening and welcome everybody, or good morning if you're in Australia, afternoon if you're in anywhere else. I don't know what time it is where you are. In America it's just the afternoon, isn't it? Wherever you are, hello. That's easier, isn't it? Hello. Now, and an angel beat Azamir in tonight, but does it count? Because he came in at 7 o'clock. So I think we'll still count you as first tonight, Azamir. Data Junk is in as well. Hello, Data Junk. Yeah, the community tab switching. Now, there's been a couple of problems with YouTube, and it's doing some strange things with my comments. If I go into here and go to my comment, actually no, go to comments on there, comments, actually no, that last one was probably a better one to do it on. On this video here, it's doing this on a few videos. Oh, blimey. I want a copyright strike for that. Although I appreciate you putting an advert on my video, YouTube. Thank you. We'll skip it though. Now, if we go down here, it says, oh, there it is. You have comments awaiting your review. And then we click on review comments. It says 13 held for review and 13 likely spam, but no comments to display. Usually below there, it'll display what comments are being held or whatever. So there is a problem with YouTube at the moment. I have reported it, and hopefully they'll get back to me at some point. They have got back to me already, but just to say they're looking into it. So there is something going on, but we don't know what. Should we get the game going? He's in the jungle again, isn't he? Hopefully it won't be crashing all night tonight as well. I think I've fixed that problem. UK Gadget Man's in, hello mate. He did a stream, well, premiere earlier, where he didn't come last in a race. So, well done, UK Gadget Man. And if you are looking for him on gaming, you know, you fancy watching a few racing videos and stuff like that, he does some live streams as well. And you do a search for UK Gadget Man and you can't find him. He is actually thinking of changing the channel name to Grandad Gaming. So, Carla Red Pill, hello. Amir Hussein, yep, I remember you, mate. You was asking me about Tommy Robinson. Sorry, don't like that song, Scott. Oh, UK Gadget Man. You see, you're not with it. This is why we call him the Grandad Gamer. Hello, Vanny Rose. Erin McDonald's in. I miss the good old YouTube days, so do I. Everyone's lives are buffering today. Erin, sorry I wasn't here on the weekend. That's quite okay. We will let you off. As long as you're here now, that's what matters. Glory be amen's in. I'm scared it'll break again. But, no, I think I fixed it. In fact, I found something very strange. My graphics card the fan was turned down to its lowest. Very strange. You might be able to hear it in the background. Now it's turned up to its highest. So I think it was a graphics card overheating. Which it shouldn't do on Sims. It's not that graphics intensive. I never come last, you cheeky get. Amir, you didn't listen to me yesterday. You're asking me if I remember you. Do you remember what I say? I don't vote, mate. It makes no difference. In Europe, out of Europe, we're still run by the same people. The hidden people behind the curtain. And they're all out to turn us all against each other, mate. That's all. And make us all live in fear. You know, oh, fear this, fear that. I don't vote for anyone. By voting at all, you endorse the system. You actually give consent to the system that you're in. So I don't vote ever. And I don't think I ever will. Right. Let's get back in the jungle. Not that you'd know it from that load screen. So Muslims then, Muslims are also living in fear because of the current atmosphere. People are living in fear of Muslims because of Muslim terrorism, and Muslims are living in fear because people are turned against them. It's the whole divide and conquer. Just all need to be one, mate. All need to be one. There's only one race on this planet. One race. We're all the same race, the human race. We all have different beliefs, religions, thoughts and whatever. Don't matter. You follow yours, I follow mine, they follow theirs. There's no need for people to harm each other, though, ever. And the only reason they do it is because they allow themselves to be politicised, manipulated. It's all a sham. Why should I go bald? I was 21. That's a shitter, isn't it? Charlie probably still misses his turkey dinner. Now, what we're going to do is get him back to base camp because all his levels are very low. Well, his stocks anyway. His levels are okay, I think, apart from his happiness. But we can get that right quick enough. So we'll get him back to base camp, get some supplies, get him dressed again. I don't know what that's all about. Assuming I can just travel back to the base camp. I'm hoping it'll let me. He might get dressed before he goes. Stood there in his shorts. I mean, I don't understand politics. That's the thing. Nobody does. You're not supposed to. It's that the world's run by confusion, so that you spend your life trying to work out who I should vote for, who I should do, what this I should do. Instead of just living your life and enjoying it. Who should I hate today? Who shouldn't I hate? It's all silliness. It's all silliness. Now, what we're going to do is pop his tent down. Waterfall in a bottle. I don't know where I got that from. Where's his tent? Here we go. Right, place in world. Pop your tent up. And he's going to go in and read the Wilderness Digest. Because he loves it so much, his fun bar will go right up. Yeah, okay, Scott, we're one race, the people must be treated then equal. Yeah, absolutely, we're all equal. Not treated that way, though. We're all equal. Some people are more equal than others in this world, though. And I think that's sad, it's horrible. Is Adil Hussein on your Spotify? He's my cousin, #1 in Iran. No, I've never heard of him, mate. I really haven't. I've got a couple of mates from Iran, actually. In fact, I've got 3 mates from Iran. And, oh, what's this? Notification here. Get back in there, read a bit more. And they tell me how nice it is there. In the city centres, certainly in the capital anyway, they have flowers all down the streets, and these flowers are renewed. They were saying daily, but I can't see flowers being renewed daily, but fresh flowers and everything. Sounds lovely. Not what you'd see on the news here about it. That's why people are pissed, because they don't get treated equally. Exactly, exactly. An ET hybrid. Well, I'm an ET, but there you go. we technically are aliens here, aren't we? I wasn't born on this earth, funnily enough. Days of Noah. Likely we've all got some hybrid genes here and there by now. Adil said gay stuff. Well, I don't know who he is, mate, so it doesn't influence my life. What he says, it shouldn't influence yours. You have your own opinions and beliefs. As I say, I believe we're all equal. You should let people live their lives as they want to. I don't judge people for how they live their lives. Too busy living my own, mate. Yes, we'll keep the chat clean from now on, please. Or I will have to start kicking. And I don't want to do that. Don't miss... Right, what's all this now? Sightings of the mysterious sim living in the deep woods. Anonymous sims have said to have seen the master. Get back in there. One last read, Charlie. Get that fun level right up. Deodorant is a must for any hiker. We here at Wilderness Digest will tell you how to craft your favourite blend from berries, excuse me, and fresh herbs, elderberry, strawberry, and a touch of parsley. Make a heavenly body spray that even hides the foulest odours. Don't miss an exclusive interview with Ranger Boyd. He shares his experiences and secrets with a rare will-o'-the-wisp that is found deep in the woods of Granite Falls. It's actually for another adventure that you can go on, but there you go. Henry Hoover here to clean chat. Right, let's get his hygiene up. Oh, what's that from? Oh, right. He's sneezing. Well, I don't know where to get dust from. It tells me to get dust before I start an epidemic. Oh, well, that seems to be getting rid of it, doesn't it? Needs to avoid touching friends and cook up a remedy of the ancients. Well, where does he cook that up? Would it be under brew herbal remedy? It probably needs a grill. Have we got a grill around this property? No. Is there a grill down here? Ooh. Could well be a grill down here. Yes, we've got a grill. Okay, grill. No. Perhaps we've got something in this stuff here. What's in that bottle? Spider repellent. That didn't seem to clear it all up very well, did it? Should we try going to the market? And we'll get some food down there as well, because he is hungry. A bubble bath. Oh, that might be... yes. Could be an idea, couldn't it? He is hungry. He's going to get some food, Erin, don't worry. I found out how to get into this marketplace now. It looks like a separate place, the market, but it's not. It's part of the bar. Right, oh, we've got the stalls open. Right, oh, let's hope we can get some machetes. Why have they all wandered off? Get back to your post. Right, we'll buy that. Oh, I can't buy anything. We'll give him a Selvadorian introduction. Probably going to give him a disease as well, but never mind.
Moochie Peachy, go on.
Hello, Fizzy. How are your Sims going? Alright, here we go. This doll is stunning, accurate representation of ancient toys. It's soft, snuggly, and makes a great souvenir. We don't want souvenirs. We want cures. Plasma bat bait.
Who yips? Kunada. Yoshona Warig. Oh, now.
Oh, we got that water from here, I see.
Wanashish, Monskill, Pogam, Run, Lemon Shusha,
Right, we'll get some food. We'll try the Pastel de Camarario. I found my Sims. I'm having so much fun filling our town with Mandela people. Have you ever thought of having your Sim marry? It'd be good in some ways because you can get the social levels up and the happiness levels up a bit, but on the other hand, it's two people to control then, and I have enough trouble controlling one. So I'm not keen on it, if I'm honest. Oh, and buy them too, so we'll get them while we can. Oh, quick, she's thinking of buying here. Excellent, there we go. We'll be well prepared for our next jungle visit, won't we? Right, how's all his levels? We're looking quite good, aren't we? Where do we get this dust from? He needs to avoid touching friends and cook up a remedy of the ancients. Said something about getting dust at some point. Let's get him away from people and back to his hut before he makes them all ill. I normally end up controlling like 5 different people in 2 minutes after starting. That's the trouble with getting married, you see. I find it too much. In Sims 3, I used to have, used to get robots from the future. And I didn't mind controlling the robots because, you know, you could... Well, you had the choice of what you did, you know. You could put them in the charges for the day. They didn't need constant maintenance like people do. Ah, no, here we go. Ancient bone dust, honey, That's what I need, isn't it? A remedy of the ancients. Ancient bone dust. Where am I going to get bone dust from? Told you there was something to do with dust, didn't I? Let's... Bone dust. Sims 4. I can't find any bone dust and can't progress in the temple. Go home and buy the cure for $1,000. Or keep messing around with traps and hope one of your gloves gets bone dust on them. Buy the cure for 1,000 simoleons. From where? I've got to go home to my house. That's ridiculous. Well, that's no good, is it? I suppose we'll just have to get back into the jungle. What about the museum? Let's try the museum. They're bound to have some bone dust there, aren't they? Still got his brolly out, hasn't he? Right, bones. Is that it? What a rubbish museum. Engraved plaque. View the collection. I wouldn't stand that close to me, Mr. Pancakes. Bob Pancakes. We'll excavate that. I mean, we might find bones in excavating stuff, mightn't we? Erin's gone to turn the lights on. I suppose we could have a look through the stuff he's already found. See, we've got honey there, but it wouldn't let us make that honey recipe up, would it? Gutsberry. Eat a bunch and you'll get guts for the most dangerous and social adventures. Artifact shaped dirt clump. Uncover artifact. Well, we'll do that. See what happens with that.
Somebody said, look for the cremation urn.
Oh, right. Cheers, Mum. We're looking for the cremation urn. Where have I missed that?
Carla, red pill.
Will you get off me cup of tea? She just comes in to steal me cup of tea, you know. Oh, I missed that, Carla. Hello, Raleigh. We're in the jungle, Raleigh. We're in the jungle, mate. He's got jungle fever, though. One ancient bone dust. We've got it. We've done it. Right, let's get back to the house and cure ourselves. Unfortunately, we've infected the whole village in the meantime, but what can you do? So I have a brand new space phone and it keeps writing and correcting my chat text. Oh, I know. I don't know if there is one, Scott. I just figured since you were in a museum. Well, seems logical. Oh, blimey, he's landed in his tent. Better put that in the inventory, actually. Put the tent in, Charlie. We have got it, though. We've managed to get it. So, let's... Oh, it was under cook, wasn't it? Cook. Remedy of the Ancients. Here we go. And then we'll give him a bit of a sleep, and then we'll get in the jungle, and I think we'll have night time in the jungle. It might be a bit safer. Oh, I will, Ral. Need to get my jungle boogie on. About 1:15. See you shortly, mate. Now, has he got any other things he can uncover artifacts? He's got another dirt-shaped clump, so that could be handy. We'll go and do that, and then we'll eat the remedy. Now, how long does that stay fresh for? 9 hours. It's not worth having one. He's just sneezed all over his new remedy. Glory's back. She had to visit her game to complete some tasks. Is it one of those where you've got to wait so long before each... before you can do the next sort of level on it, the next action? I used to play Icarium, and that was the same. You started stuff going, and then you had to wait so long for it to complete. It was like real time, but it was quite good. A good game. Cost me a lot of money though, because I was impatient and I didn't want to wait for the time. And you could pay money to boost the time on stuff, and I used to do it. I was silly. I used to spend a fortune on that game. Well, it would definitely appear that it was the graphics card that was the problem yesterday, and my fan being set too low, because we're having no problems now, are we? There we go. He's reached level 3 of archaeology, and he's got some more. Has he just got that ancient bone dust, or is that the other one? That was the one he already got, wasn't it? Charlie now has the knowledge and expertise to authenticate artifacts himself. This can be done on an archaeology table, such as the one in front of him. Is he still going at that? Come on, Charlie, go and get your cure. Oh, look at that.
Suna.
Fascinating collection. The collection was simply marvellous. An example like that helps Charlie focus on completing his next task. Well, what's his next task? I didn't tell him to authenticate it. So don't go and get his food. A vase for his bouquets. Yes. It might be worth a bit more than that, though. If it's an artifact, I would hope it's worth a lot of money. Come on, Charlie, get on with it and get your food down your neck. Oh, he's sneezing again. We're going to have to extend our vacation, aren't we? So good job he's a millionaire.
Tessa. Hold on. No.
Right, Charlie's knowledge of the Omiscan culture and the techniques of its master craftsmen have helped and determined this is a fake. It is subtle, only a trained eye could spot the difference. So, yeah, he will be using it for his, what do you call it? Flowers. He'll be putting his flowers in that. $42. I think we'll sell it. It's no good to us. Oh, now we can authenticate that one. Might as well find out what he's got already. Sort them out. Get a good night's sleep. Oh, see you later, Erin. Thanks for coming in. What just happened to him? Curse dispelled. Charlie has dispelled a curse of the ancients and received a blessing of the ancients. Oh, bonus. He now has a blessing. And that's lasting for 2 days, so that should keep him safe.
Brune.
What do we think, Charlie? Is it real or not? We'll have to get him one of these benches at home, won't we?
Yazip. Tessa. Ish. Suna. Huh.
My dream was to be an archaeologist.
Oh!
May's done a bit of archaeology. I never did get into these virtual games, Scott. Last I played this stuff
Gibbs.
was Grand Theft Auto. I kicked my bud's butt, but because I ricocheted off the walls with the car. Not a bad game, that, Rally. I prefer 5, I think the current version is, isn't it? It looks good. I've never played it. It looks good, that one. I had 4. Played that a lot. I just used to like doing the police missions or stealing a fire engine and smashing up the town and smashing up all the police cars that were chasing me and getting away, getting rid of all the stars off me. Quite enjoyed Grand Theft. I've got that. I should maybe play that as well some point. I did that in real life too. The way I caused $2,000 damage to the car. I can't believe it, Rally. I can. Was it a skull? You see, you pay more attention than me. Oh, we'll extend. We'll extend it another 2 days. Why not? Was it a real one? Oh my god, look at that, £32,000 bills. What's going on here? Rebate day. I need it. Shopping rebate. All objects purchased in build mode. I can't go into build mode here. Well, I'm going to miss out on that day. After careful analysis, Charlie's determined the effect is genuine. Right, so we've got a genuine skull. Worth 325 simoleons. We'll whack that in the inventory. Oh, he can pay his bills there, look. Pay the bills. Bounced off a concrete barrier in a mountain pass in a snowy blizzard. Wow. Yeah, we're going to keep that skull glory. Now, let's get back into the jungle. Ooh, it's like that program, isn't it? I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. That's where I went, wasn't it? The trailhead. I hope I don't have to hack away at all the barriers again. You know when you're from Idaho, you're from Idaho when you can drive 100 miles an hour in a blizzard and not flinch.
Oh, nay. Oh, nay. Uh-huh.
Shame we can't brew any of these herbal remedies, isn't it? But, right, what have we got here? We've got... No, I need... That's the stuff, isn't it? Spider repellent. Why can't he place that on himself? Has he already got some on? Maybe he doesn't need it with the blessings of the ancients. Right. In we go, Charlie. I'm glad he's got his brolly.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to step away, Scott. I still have a mess for the email you sent me. But I'll find it. Love you, Scott. Tell Mum for hi for me as well. Oh, I will, mate. Thanks for coming in. And if you can't find that email, mate, let me know. I'll send you another one anyway, just so that we've definitely got contact. Oh, no, I don't think I've been in there yet. This path is sealed shut and cannot be opened on this trip. Perhaps next vacation it will open. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Oh, now we found the bush here, didn't we, that you can fertilise in and nap in. Ooh, it's quite exciting, this jungle adventure. Hello, Claire, how are you? Oh, I love you too. How are you doing? She's had a rough time of it, Claire.
George is on.
Oh, we'll collect them from that tree. Does anybody else think if I stepped on that it would collapse? I don't think I'll do that. Just in case. It's a cruel game, this one. Excavate that. Feeling the falls. Something about being in the wilderness with this beautiful waterfall really gets a sim in the mood for romance. Oh, he doesn't want that. He's being Brian Forrester at the moment. I'm still in Liverpool, kind of tipsy, but it's all good. You deserve a drink. Aphrodisiac. Hello now, Glit69. Is Sims 4 still available for free? Well, there's one way to find out, isn't there? Origin Sims 4. I think you're on the last day if it is. What's this? Right, I know what I've just done. You don't need to keep telling me. Store, browse games, The Sims, Sims 4. It doesn't seem to be coming up on there. Because I've already got it, it seems it doesn't tell me. So you'll have to go into The Sims 4 yourself. Just do the same as I've done. Search for Origin Sims 4 and check and see. It was only for a week. So hopefully it still is. But it might not be. Go and check. I'm numb. That's why I'm here. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry if I've done your nutting. You haven't. You're fine. Don't worry. Said through May 28th. I thought the 28th as well. So I'm surprised it hasn't been. I'll not allow that message through, Claire, because we have young uns in. Well, I'm sure there is some wrong uns around there. It's Liverpool. Oh, now is that? What's going on there? Oh, plagued by flies. So I've been through these two places last time. So we'll go through this one. We'll go and say hello to her. And then we'll go through that way. Now what's he got here? Unauthenticated mask. Well, we'll be able to authenticate that, won't we? Not that young. 10 years younger than me. He's gonna break that brolly. Oh my god, what's happening?
Yazım.
What just happened?
Gaunim Yadavol. Ho ho ho. Koya.
Oh my god.
Anaruja Sapa. Grinia Hisbalib. Free but
Ah,
nice.
sul.
Narfa.
Should we give her a death flower since she's out here? There.
Fazoo with
Have a death flower. Could come in handy.
Favu.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Taringa. Oh, Zarzuya. Oh, Tiru.
She didn't like that. Well,
Huh?
piss off then.
Oh,
Right, let's go through here. Unbelievable. What's happening?
Whoa.
Attacked by plasma bats. Okay, I've got a cure.
Dula.
Oh no, we're alright. We're alright. She's a wrong in her, isn't she? Come on, Charlie, put your back into it.
Ah, a friend. Ho, Ederoy.
What's up with him? Is he delirious? Unappreciated gift. Yeah. That's what I give out, let me tell you. Who's chatting to me now? Oh, we've got some stuff we could dig up there, but we'll go through here for now. Whoa! Where did he just appear from? What is going on here? I'm going. See you later. Blimey, O'Reilly. There's some weirdos in the jungle. Charlie pulls back a curtain of vines and discovers a strange clearing in the jungle. There is a pedestal with a relic on top, surrounded by a circle of totems. The totems' faces are fixed in a permanent snarl that strikes fear in Charlie's heart. Well, we've got high-handedness, so we'll check them out. Oh, what's that? There is no fire foam in the Sims inventory. Ah, well, there wasn't any on sale at the marketplace, was there? What can I do? Comes up with a plan for retrieving the relic without triggering the traps. All it takes are some vines, a ballpoint pen and a paper clip, and he constructs a makeshift trap diffuser. The plan goes out flawlessly, and he takes the cool relic off with him. Excellent. Would you like to send Charlie to the temple? We've found the temple! Hey! Now then. We'll harvest them. Is there anything else around that we could do with taking here? Oh, something to excavate there. We'll do that, and then we'll go into the temple. He's feeling energized. Should do some push-ups. We should get faster at it. Oh, he's going to go up a level. Charlie's developed a keen eye for spotting sites of important places. He can now survey for dig piles in the jungle. What does that mean? Oh, survey for a dig pile. Excellent. We're not in the jungle though, are we anymore? We're in a clearing. Artifact shaped dirt clump. Always handy. Right. What have we got here? Can we go in there?
Yeah. Lenarge.
Do we go down or do we stay up on this level? Oh, we've got something there we can excavate. So we'll do that first. And then I guess the only option is to go down then. Battery's about to die, we'll be on in about an hour. Yes, I will, Claire. Unless it all crashes, but it seems to be going well so far. So have a safe journey back. Are you going back home now? Right, we'll set him to go there when he's finished. There we go. Oh, now he's a little bit hungry, so let's
Oh!
oh, we'll get him inspired. Now, what have we got on this level? Oh, we can swim in the water. We'll go and excavate that first. And then what's that? Activate. It could be a trap. We'll examine it first. What's he doing? Why has he got naked again? Oh right, the only way around is to swim apparently. To me mammies. Oh, fair enough.
And a cinch.
With fitness skills like this, the Sims can easily avoid danger. Oh, excellent. That's what you want. So we'll examine that next. One thing I'm sure about when excavating tombs and the like, never rush in. Done quite well here, haven't we? Should we have a fruit sherbet to celebrate how we've done? We'll have an orange one. He's got another skull. Oh, the last one was a statue. I thought it said skull.
Clerks. Yips.
Who's a Russian? Hello, I love dogs. We're in the temple. We've made it to the temple.
Yavoya.
None of these triggers will unlock the gate. Got to try examining another mechanism. Right. Oh, he's got a fossilised what's it?
Clerks. Ish. Yabosa?
Charlie learned this mechanism will unlock the gate. Activating the correct trigger should allow safe passage to the next room. Right, activate. Blimey. I'm thinking the thumb up option looks the best. What do you think? Let's try that. Done it. Where is he? Right. Go through. Oh, champion. Is there anything around here to be collected? I'm having to do a lot of swimming, isn't he? Blimey, where's he got to go with? Oh my god, there's a skeleton. We can even say hello. Brilliant. Looks like he's walking with his umbrella up. Oh, cheers, man. I feel we've gone a long way here just to go and view these things, but never mind. He's learning a lot. I'll have to get him round here again now. All these skeletons walking around. Past the skeleton. Right, go in there. He's hungry again, isn't he? Have an avocado, why not? And the forbidden fruit, do you know what? We'll have that as well. I should bring his hunger levels up somewhere near. And then go down there. Oh, what's this? Oh my, oh, what? Charlie ate the forbidden fruit. Okay, don't panic, it's alright. Just try to act natural. No, really natural, like a plant. Drink lots of water and stay in the sun. Oh no. I don't believe it. That was the wrong thing to eat, wasn't it? Make sure you're feeding plenty of water and sunlight. Unbelievable. Why? You never saw a temple, you have to swim. Does he use his spirit box to say hello? It's a good job we've got water, isn't it? Where did his water go? There. Waterfall in a bottle. Oh no, that's just to wash with. Unbelievable. Brilliant. He has hair. Oh yeah. He looks like the fella off the sweet corn tin, doesn't he? Jolly green giant.
Ish.
Charlie can now analyse genuine artefacts, treasures and fossils, and extract elements from metals and crystals. Perfect, just what I always wanted.
Yips. Yadra. Flavor.
Right. Activate. We'll use the thumb up one.
Ah.
Excellent. Now I think at this point we need to get outside. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Where's he going to get sunshine? Just get out as quickly as you can, Charlie. Unbelievable. Jolly green giant. Ooh. What's he got here? Oh, what? Attacked by lightning bugs. Unbelievable. Carry on, Charlie. He's in a dangerous world, isn't he? The berries instill a sense of confidence. I could have had that health potion before, couldn't I? Focus like a laser beam. Where is he? Well, that didn't help. I thought that might have cheered him up a bit. I wonder if it's cannibalism in eating the berries. School Bobbler. Are you Russian? Hello.
Yips. Oh. Walko. Oh.
Ah. Well. Thank you, Mr. Russian. You're apparently calling me a bald schmuck. I love that people think I care what they think. Absorb solar energy from the plant. Well, we'll have a bit of that. Oh, we'll have a bit of that. I can't believe he's turned into a plant. When does that run out? $5 days. 5 days, can you believe that? The baby's gone, Glory. Oh, that tree's gone as well. Well, we needed it. It was necessary. His water levels are going down. Where are we going to get water from? We're in a jungle. Should be able to get water. Can't get through there. Oh, I don't know. Let's get him back inside. I sent the alien baby home. Seemed the right thing to do. I had a bakery to run. Well, he's headed for the store. There is a big colour wheel chart there. I'll make a video about Mandela effect colour changes I've been seeing. I know you are on a fet break, but please have a look. Not on a break from it, mate. Still doing it all. Just on a break from making videos and taking the hatred off YouTube. But I will, of course, be checking it, mate. Let me know what you think. I definitely will, mate. So I know I haven't completely lost my mind. No, I'll check that out, Rally. I will, mate. Is it along the lines of what Unimundi's been talking about? Because it is a real thing. I noticed it a while back. Firstly, with the sun. The sun now gives off a purple sheen. Okay, go here. Need to watch out for those electronic flies again. Right, we've opened this gate. Oh, now here's the bone dust. No problem, Rally. Can't click on any of the vases. Right, let's... Oh, put in inventory. Excellent. I tell you what, I'm freaked out by these skeletons walking round. Imagine what they think when a plant man walks in. Oh, I've seen some things in my life. Oh, we're going to have to use these skeletons for something. My mum is 60% affected. Is that on the test? I wouldn't use those percentages as an exact. For me, you either are or you're not. So even 1% is affected. Right, what's he make of this trap? Charlie figured out some of these triggers won't work to unlock the gate, but that doesn't rule them all out. Charlie could try his luck by activating the trigger or examining other mechanisms. Seems to me we'll examine that one. Winterfest starts tomorrow. We're going to miss Christmas because we're in the jungle, but you know what? That's fine. It's Charlie's first Christmas as well. I say Charlie, whoever that is there, the green man, the jolly green giant. She's taking the quiz. Now, was there a thumbs up on any of those? No. 3 question marks. I think we're definitely best going this option. Here we go. He's finished his examination. He's put his pad away. And the verdict is... Charlie learned this mechanism will unlock the gate, activating the correct trigger. There we go. Right. Okay. Stop throwing plant stuff at them and pull the warrior's weapon. Look away. We're doing well here. Got more triggers there. We'll excavate that up. Dig away with your plant hands. Yep, I thought that handle was a trap. Guess who's coming, everyone? If this has got batteries in it. Sharky! Hello, Sharky. Sorry, headphone users. I'll bet this is the trap to do it because those two are in the room there. So those naturally would be the ones you'd go to and try first. And you'd end up back out at this one. It certainly worked, this cooling down the graphics card. It must have been that was overheating. Can't stay, just wanted to say hi to my favourite people. Our favourite person saying hello. Nice to see you, Shah. I'm glad I've not got my headphones on. You can't catch it, man. Right, Charlie learned this mechanism will unlock the gate. There we go then. Let's activate. And pull the warrior's weapon. Let's keep the chat clean, guys. Here we go. I tell you what, we've sussed this temple out, haven't we? We'll excavate that. She's probably just about home from work, Shark, eh? Oh, he's focused as well. This is good. This is... that means he'll be a bit quicker. Unauthenticated vase. Or vase. Whichever you prefer. Oh, we got some treasure troves. Open the treasure chest.
Spoba!
Wondrous items.
Oh.
They've placed a curse on him. Well, I'm protected from curses, so there you go. Ha! There's my curse, but no, I've still got the blessing for 6 hours. Ha! Beat the system. Brilliant. He's got some more wonders. Oh, he'll have to examine all these when he gets back. Faraday Fizz. This bubbly drink removes all the ill effects of one too many encounters with electricity. Perfect. Temple exploration complete. Charlie has found the ultimate treasure of the temple. He should take a look around for other interesting discoveries before he leaves. That's exactly what he will do. Look at that. And a mystical relic. We'll have to look through them back at the lodge. I think that was quite a successful day hunting. We've done well here, guys. You better get over to Egypt and see what you can do with the pyramids. I'd have them sorted in no time. Now if I can see some of them skeletons again, I'll interact with them in the ways of the local traditional people. No treasures there, is there? Alright, we know you're a plant. Come on, get on with it. I think we've got everything that there was to get. Oh, now look at that. That seems a bit of an unusual place, doesn't it? How would we get into that? Ah, that's for up on the next level. Okay. Well, I think we've done everything we need to. Previous life. Now I'm going to have to get outside and be a plant for a bit. Unbelievable, isn't it? Aye. I think we'll save after that. We've got ourselves in a good position here, guys. That's you see, going in prepared. That was the way. We can go back and explore some other things in the jungle now. Although he is tired. His water's up full. That swimming does help. How does a plant lose hygiene? It's just the way it goes, I suppose. Oh no, there was a top bit to the temple here, wasn't there? Let's get him outside again. That tree's regrowing. So we'll go and excavate that. And that's where he came in, wasn't it? So we'll go back out that way. Well, it's gone well. We'll get back to that archaeology table. He's quite enjoyed his jungle adventure. I see, so his water levels go down and his hunger replenishes when he's outside in the open. That's fine. And there was some things along the path here, weren't there? So we'll dig them up. Oh, he's getting everything while he's here. Can't go in there on this trip to his jungle. He's going to have to come back here, isn't he? Needs to meet some more locals. We'll try drinking that. Which should hopefully put his water levels up. Oh, oh.
Ooh,
Spiders.
Neat. Larzo.
Excellent. Sussed. Nothing around there. Got another gateway there that we've already been through, and that one. He came in one of those ways, didn't he? We've got that tree there. Ah, that was the way into the temple. I think we need to go through that door. Oh, travel to what? Travel to the royal baths. Ah, yeah, well, we could do with some water. Definitely need some water. Hello, QP. We've conquered the temple, QP. But he's turned into a plant, unfortunately. Travel to the royal baths. Oh, yes. Yes. We can soak up some of that water. Have a green thumb? He's got a green body. A green everything. Last time he eats one of them plants, let me tell you. Right, go and have a swim. No, I don't like spiders. Oh, water level's going up. Look at that. Beautiful. Is there anything around here for us to collect? Oh yeah, we've got that tree there, so go and get that. We'll harvest from that one. And then after we've harvested, we'll absorb the energy. Being a plant and everything.
Sooner.
Oh, we got some fly ointment.
Oh, Marabou, Bantu, Kangaroo, Whitney. Oh yeah!
Apparently not. I think I saw something to excavate over it. There we go. Excavate that. And then we'll go through there. Only 4 hours left on the vacation, that's fine. Get all of these harvestables we can. Get back to the town. We'll go to the bar. Oh, we'll have a last drink before we go home. You should always do that on your last day of the holiday, shouldn't you? A few drinks. We'll have a chat with the locals who have probably got diseases, but never mind. Got a television in the middle of the jungle. Oh, there we go. He's reached level 3. Assemble a mystical relic. Defend against 2 natural dangers. We might have to wait for our next trip to the jungle for that. She didn't seem to mind that he was a plant. She's not one to judge. And a bit of a dance. Night Glory. Hello, Lucky. he had a plant and it turned him into a plant, unfortunately. These things happen. What can you do? We'll have a dance with Vanessa. She's gone. Oh, we'll order a water. Just a water, please. Tap water.
Bartend?
Gabo.
Free knock?
Ah, nope, sir.
Two. Dag.
Philibok? Ah, Congaroo.
Oh, he's made some friends.
Oh no.
Oh, he's had a really good time in the jungle. Gonna show off his holiday pictures now. My grandparents used to sneak off to an old omniscient pool deep in the jungle. They said it was an ocean used by royalty. Been there, love. Been there. Done that.
Adunda. Wallakoi. Gorsha Tabar.
Yeah, and there's more stuff when I go back to it where you can discover more. And the new packs you can buy. It just keeps going on, Lucky, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. End of the holiday. The Jolly Green Giant's going home. He's going to start tinning up sweet corn and selling it when he gets home. End vacation. He'll have many happy memories of that place. Oh, it's snowing! Oh, look at that. Blooming snowing. Oh. I think it's killed off most of my plants out here. Oh no, it must have been, we must have had lightning. Oh, it's on my roof. Unbelievable. My roof's been struck. Oh, we'll have to get the Christmas deckies up. Put up decorations. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Right. He's hungry, but he doesn't eat normal things. Nothing needs fertiliser. The garden seems fine considering he's not been here, doesn't it? Can we have a snowball fight? Make a snow angel. Oh, look at this. That will do it there. Make a snow angel. Just do it there, man.
Uh-huh. Slow beige. Wempini. Oh, Krishna Balko. Oh.
Let's build a snow plow. A snow pal.
Perfect. And Iosa. Uh-huh. Oh,
Well, it's not the best attempt I've ever seen, but it's okay. Freezing to death. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, look at him. Change your outfit. We need some winter clothes.
Oh. Huh. The Moisa. Oh, second A.
You need to stop that, Charlie, and put your clothes on. You're dying. Oh, no, no, no. Leave the scarecrow a minute. Unbelievable. Ooh, there we go. Let's get him inside. Go and warm up by the fire. Come on, Charlie, get in the house. Well, at least he's not green anymore. It's blue now. Warm yourself up. Ooh, there we go. That was close, wasn't it? You got hypothermia. He's sound as a pound now. Have we got anything left in the fridge? Oh! There we go. It's Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody! Decorate, we've done that. Charlie loves this tradition. Be festive and jolly with friends. Yeah, we'll do that. Open presents. It's better to receive than to give. Wait, reverse that. To participate, open a present from any gift pile. Have we got a gift pile? I need a gift pile. What are you going to buy yourself, Charlie? Pile of presents? Large pile of presents. We'll have a large pile of presents. Well, we need a tree as well, don't we? Let's get a Christmas tree on the go. Large pile, small pile. Little box, smaller. Big box, little box. Stoke of Midnight Department Store, Holiday Spruce. Oh, we'll go with that one. Oh, Charlie. Wanna have a look at the tree? Oh, turn it on. Right, open your presents. Sneak a present. I'll just open it. There we go.
Fire? Whoa! Ooh, I know.
What did he get? Glass of water. Well, you know. That's handy. Oh no, that was from the holiday, wasn't it? What present did he get? I've no idea. Ancient bone dust.
Ah, uh-huh. Are you Tama?
Did it go in the family inventory? Charlie needs to sleep. It's bloody Christmas, man. You don't sleep at Christmas. Oh, here we go. Pile of sports equipment. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I don't know who got me that, but that'll go nicely in the gym. Where should we put it? We'll put it in the middle there. There we go. Nice. Merry Christmas. Have we got any Christmas songs? Traditional? No. Right, eat. Get the leftovers. Oh, cook a grand meal. We'll do that in the morning. Well, it is morning, isn't it? We've got the heating on, haven't we? Yeah. Look, he's become delirious.
Whoa.
Grand meal. Father Winter. Catch Father Winter and ask him for a present to satisfy this tradition. He appears at 8 PM, so we'll have to be up for that. Oh, my windows are frozen over.
Anna Bay.
Hang about here.
Hatayabe.
That doesn't seem to be satisfying his hunger at all, does it? Because he's a plant. Right.
Oh,
How does he... Feed him with plenty of water and sunlight. Unbelievable.
whoa.
Would be in winter, wouldn't it? Where's the sink? Get water. Finish with that, Charlie. Unbelievable. He needs a Christmas jumper, doesn't he? He's going to have to wait, isn't it? Right, go and... He's got a lot of options here all of a sudden. Take a shower. And get in bed. Suntan bed. Oh, could have him sleeping outdoors. I suppose that's an option. Although right now, I've got another option, which is go to the toilet. So I'll be back in 1 minute, guys.
I wanna know your dark side. I wanna know your secrets. I wanna be your lifeline. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Tell me you're more than just a highlight. Pretty pictures on the outside. I hate to stare at you through these lights. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Oh, oh, this ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial. This ain't love, no.
Sorry about that, guys. Due nature calls. Bluebeard's in. Hello, Blue. Yeah, I got rid of the cafe, mate. What a nightmare. But I've turned into a plant now. Have you any tips for that? He's a bloody plant. Well, hurry up and get in bed, Charlie. We've been to the jungle. He found the temple, discovered all the secrets of the temple. He's got loads of artifacts and everything that he's got to examine. In fact, we need to examine that. And it's Christmas. I mean, you know, it's all going on, mate. It's all going on. Activities and skills. I need to find the archaeology table, don't I? What is that? Oh, an ice rink. Should we have an ice rink? I think we should, shouldn't we? Oh, it's just not going to fit in there. Will it go on the roof? I think we can get it on the roof if we get rid of that that pillar there. There we go. So we can go ice skating on the roof. We'll just have to put some stairs in. Oh, we'll have tiled stairs going up there, I think. Beautiful. For safety, we'll have some handrails. Oh, it's got to be glass, hasn't it? Look at that. Oh, we're rocking and rolling. Okay, Gadget Man does not like that. Why did you remove the roof of the yard? It was because it didn't work very well. Works better now without that. Customised skate ring. Ooh, set music. Oh, look at this. Right, set music. Oh, we don't want music. Set the lighting. Turn on the party lights. Ah, look at that. Effects. Snowflakes. Oh. Right, Charlie, get the garden done quick. I think my sprinklers are frozen up. They'll need repairing. Never mind. Tend the garden. And then we'll harvest everything. It just works better if this bit's an outdoor. Oh, the bees are enraged. Safety rails on the roof. I quite like it up there, Blue, don't you? We'll get that done. We've got to be free for 8 PM because we've got to look out for Father Christmas coming. All these plants seem to have died here, but never mind. This is where he gets stung. But they shouldn't sting him because he's a plant. That went well.
Ho ho!
Skate around. Here we go. How did he become a plant? He was in the jungle and he was hungry. So he ate something from the garden here that he'd harvested. I think it was the forbidden fruit tree. Well, don't eat from the forbidden fruit tree. That's all I can say. Because that happens. Oh look, he needs water. How can he need water? Look at him. He's on an ice rink. He's a plant on an ice rink. Let's get him some water. Of course you can come over and hang out. It's bloody Christmas. Everybody's welcome. Should we have a Christmas party? We'll just get him some water really quick. And we'll throw a Christmas party. They all seem to get stuck on the door on the way through.
Sponsor. Niplim Rimple. Wykoje Shapo.
Alright, where's Father Christmas? Blimey O'Reilly, is that Father Christmas? He's changed, hasn't he? Oh, is she just in a outfit? Oh, that's Eliza Pancakes. House party. That's what it is. It's a house party we're having. Hosted by a plant. Oh, we'll have the old staff over. Bella's in the mood there. Anybody in party gear, they're coming over. We need an entertainer. Means we can have one more guest. What's going on here? Simmer's already been assigned as a guest. Right, okay. Whatever. Let's cook the grand meal. We'll have, well, it's got to be turkey dinner. It's Christmas. He's in his party outfit. forbidden fruits and turn everyone into plants. If you plant the forbidden fruit, it will turn into plant baby. It turns into a tree like that. Oh, there he is. Look. Here's Father Christmas. Stop your cooking a minute. Go and say hello to Father Christmas. You can carry that on in a minute. Oh, there we go. Should we give him a gift? Give him a death flower. Could be handy.
Apollo Chopper and Prezzo.
Well, at least he appreciated it.
Flurry Finalibo.
Get a present off him.
Boo, boo. Yeah, boo.
Oh, and Bobby. Simbaba.
Dag Dag.
Uh-huh.
Pawaba?
Leave
Matish. Whoa. Huh. Jassa.
Jeff and Dibanach.
One gluttonspiel.
Yes.
Oh, let's fight him. No, I had to buy those presents myself. Oh, we'll open presents with everybody. What's she doing? Glass bowl? Oh, it's ice cream. They're all tucking into the ice cream. Right, go and cook the big dinner, Charlie.
Yeah, but more.
Opening a present again. Hang on, what happened to the meal? He was cooking a blooming meal. What's happened to the meal? Great, he got a book for Christmas. It's always the worst present, that. What happened to the meal?
Oh, dag so.
Everybody have a sing. Oh, do we have to keep saying who has to sing? Just everybody sing. We'll try the turkey dinner cooking again. I don't know what happened to that last one. Right, we've all had a sing, come on. Who would give one lump of coal as a gift? Charlie isn't particularly happy about this. Nothing wrong with a lump of coal. I think it's very thoughtful. Oh, there goes Father Christmas. guess that's what happened to the last dinner. Come on, Charlie, get this bloody dinner cooked, will you? Why can't you cook it? Go here.
Oh. Webanave.
Oh no, he don't want gourmet, he wants a grand meal. There's something strange going on here, I'm telling you. No, somebody threw it out of the oven. Father Christmas came and disturbed him. They're all eating my food, aren't they?
Oh, baby Jordan.
He's got some very fancy moves, but I'd like it if he just got it in the oven. Why has she stood there? Great. It's over. So's the party. Where's he going? Oh, we're all reacting to the first snow, so yet again. Gonna be burnt. Well, that all happened too late, didn't it?
Oh. Krishna Balko. Oh.
Should we eat the grow fruit, see if that makes him grow as a plant?
Umano.
Seem to have got away with that. Get some water, Charlie. We didn't seem to get a report for our party, did we? Right, what did we get for Christmas then? Let's have a look in the family inventory. A lump of coal. Well, somebody has been bad. Great. Oh, I bet they were on the ice rink, weren't they? You tell him to do stuff and then he just goes off doing something else. He's feeling absolutely hysterical. Clean up, Charlie. They don't seem to grit the roads around here, do they? Hello, Roblox engineers. He smokes. Who, Charlie? No, he doesn't.
Meter. Uh-huh.
Right, is everything cleared up? No, it's not. Look at this. Clean up. I don't know, I'm supposed to do that lump of coal. I think we'll put the presents in the corner over there, ready for next year. We'll get rid of them. Keep the decorations up though. Should we finish off building his snow pal? I think some people must have repaired me water sprinklers while they was here. Because he didn't fix them. He's feeling green.
You nerds. Uh-huh. Elf Alfonso.
Well, at least it's not raining for a change.
Oh, nay. Oh, nay. Uh-huh.
He's done it.
Hips.
Rename Snowpal Icicle. There we go. Seems appropriate. Right, tend the garden. Now, with some of these herbs that we'll be getting, we'll be able to make those remedies up for... brew herbal remedy. Oh, what does he need here? Elderberries. See, we're going to have to go on holiday to that other place first. And get a load of stuff. Repair those. Everything needs repairing. Well, at least they don't take much repairing. Scavenge. We'll get all the parts out of them. Might as well as a plant. I thought these were unbreakable. Oh no, apparently not.
France. France.
Do you know what we should do? Mid-afternoon. Oh, should we have a blizzard? Let's have a blizzard. I quite fancy a blizzard. Now hopefully before it kicks in... Oh no, we need to find a plant that's up. I'm not using one of my own. There weren't elephants in there before. What plants have we still got up here? Mind you, he doesn't need it yet, does he? Right, let's get his fun levels up. We'll enter a tournament. We're in a blizzard. Current weather, blizzard. Wonder if he'll get snowed in. We'll have a lime sherbet. Yeah, come on over, Nancy. I'm feeling planty. Be careful out though, there is a blizzard. I bet she's warming herself up on the fire. Where is she? Oh, he's got blown over in the blizzard. Can we laugh at him? No. Sorry about that, mate. Apparently eBay's got a sale on. 15% off from select sellers. It's generally the ones you don't buy anything from. And get him through his games tournament. And he can have a nice glass of refreshing, plant-friendly water. How long's he got left as a plant? 3 days.
Wait for it.
3rd place, not bad. Now what was it? Where was his mixologist thing? Oh, Master Mixologist, there it is. Should we change it to a heat wave? Now, where's the calendar? How long have we got left of winter? Night on the town holiday coming up. New Year's Eve. And then Sunday's spring. There we go. Oh, we'll have to apply the mic treatment and bond with them. The sooner we can get that bond up on them, the better. Food. Well, he doesn't have food. He drinks water now because he's a plant. Where did he go then? Shove snow at Katrina. Shovel snow. Seems a pointless thing to do in a blizzard, but there you go. I think we'll change the forecast for tomorrow because If we're having a night out on the town, we can't be having a blizzard, can we? Hello, Citro. You know, okay, just popped in to say hello and watch. I don't talk much today. No problem at all, mate. We're very well, thank you. How are you doing? Right, so tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be calm now. Let's get his musical stuff up. Piper? I don't know what that means. Right, well, at least the blizzard's over now. It's Christmas in Simsville. What colour should we have them trees outside? Those lights? Green. I like that. I'm in practice for a little bit. Is the scarecrow broke? No, that's how he normally is, mate. He's just not a very good scarecrow. That's as good as it gets, I'm afraid. The weather there is as cold as here. Oh, Lisa Payne. Hello, Lisa. How are you? My Sim's turned into a plant. He's not very good with the piano, is he?
Whoa!
Get his skating skills up.
Whoa! Ah, paper. Whoa! I'm a... Whoa!
Right, now he's hungry. I want to sacrifice one of my own plants. What about over here? There was some plants going along the sides here. We'll have to go out on the town and find some winter plants. Let's try that. Probably the desert's going to be the best place to find some plants around this time of year, isn't it? Oh, there's one. Or maybe not. There we go. Claire's back. She made it to her mum's. Mum, listen to me getting all American.
Oh, Pashma, huh?
Right, we'll get him back home. It's not easy being a plant. It's ridiculous. Last time I eat one of them fruits, let me tell you. If not, I'm at Mackey's. Fair play. Have a Big Mac for me. Right, we'll get his hygiene up. Oh, the snow's gone. That mild forecast has worked out well, hasn't it? It's the forecast for the day after. Lovely. It's not easy being me. No. At least you're not a plant.
Zan ahoy!
Oh, everything needs fertilising. Right. I thought it was a holiday day today. While he does that, I shall nip to the loo. I know, it's twice. What's that gone up to? Just excellent. Every time I hear music playing, I think it's something bad. It usually is. But a lot of these other things I can plant now. Yeah, it was. That's why the camera's going all funny. I was on the wrong level. There's that. That's the fruit there. The forbidden fruit of the plant sim. Oh, it even says, eat and become like the plant sim. Plant and grow a tree of your own. Forbidden, for it is nothing more than a facade. A bloody nightmare, that's what it is. He needs to water himself. He doesn't have to fertilise himself. That wouldn't be broadcastable. Right, is that everything harvested? I know. I'll text back on that. Yeah, get rid of some of these plants soon. Nearly done though. Then we'll have to water him. I can't believe I've got an extra plant to take care of, and it's him. What's the challenge he's got to do up there? Free food and drinks. Local businesses want to show some customer appreciation by offering free food and drinks. It's time to get out the house and visit a venue. We'll go to his old cafe. Get one of his cupcakes. At least we know it's good food. Oh, we're nearly in spring now, so all these plants will change. Can we get the money tree yet? The money tree's 5,000 points. Oh. Well. We can get our way onwards up to that. And a glass of water. Well, we got for New Year's Eve. Big tellies. The usual party stuff. We need to get the decorations up, I suppose. Take down the winter decorations. Oh, we'll have some of them. So we should get dangly things on here now. There we go. And what else can we decorate? That's it really, I've not got fences, have I? Right, well that'll do him. Quick kip. Then it can go out on the town. Hello, Skooks. Oh, you've missed it all. What a night it's been. He's been in the jungle, discovered the temple, totally explored the temple. You'd have loved that bit. You'll have to re-watch it. I'll have to wait till morning though when I've put the adverts in. And then he went to... Well, he just went around the rest of the jungle really, found all sorts. He's got to go back there though, but before he goes back there, he's got to go somewhere else to get some herbs and stuff like that. So that he can make some ointments and lotions up. But today, it's night on the town day, so... We're going to Simon's favourite bar. Oh, we'll take Father Christmas with us. Oh yeah, you missed Christmas. We've had Christmas. Still got a tree up. I've been lazy. Not took it down yet. Finally got some sleep. Oh, nice one. We got an ice rink. Oh, and he's turned into a plant. Yeah, there you go. As you do. As happens. Hello, Father Christmas. Ask about Korea. That should be funny.
Sabine?
Pirus, Kansas.
Jiffa!
Benassi.
In the far north. Not the North Pole.
Nermokrankus.
Maisie Grove, Craybow, Maisie
What's
Grove,
he doing?
Craybow, Baranga, Miku,
Dish. Wafatub Fibose. Chul. Lamita Noonkin. Shapen. Lachi.
Growl, Roga Mel Honka, Josa,
Harfin. Benoit.
Order drinks for the group. We'll have a water together. Bloody water. He used to drink water because he's a plant. Look, his bladder's changed to water. Make sure to water your plant, Sims, with a swim, a shower, or just drinking a glass of water.
Charmed with Tony.
Nice water, Father Christmas. Oh, it's lovely. Not bad at all. Aye.
Jossa.
Dish.
Ishi.
Shumcha.
We'll show you some holiday pictures. I'm sure he's been there delivering presents.
What's that? Oh.
Front Hampe. Who's like Jeffino? Sawada Nuloy. Abim Prapani Varuda.
The North Nerds.
Chaba?
Inja. Kespa.
Peachy? Oh, Bantrip Walfinoy.
Hot and
Dom
grabby.
Sabuna.
Ah,
Aga
Yanabi.
Aga.
Noom.
Noom.
Oh, we'll go and get some energy from that bush.
Yeah, tree.
Neeful.
Yeah,
Sahipsa. Ugh.
Turful,
Moopsa.
turfana. Karasha, Yabasani.
Oh,
Fiddleiba.
Nada.
Fish. Yekwa.
Ah, so.
Sendibi Jalurba. Rinka. Yakalo.
Great, the one time he gets free drinks,
Flemis Yisip.
water's free anyway.
Sabtalula, huh?
That's typical, innit?
Pana Hornip. For no syllabagus, Gorch Bak. Ref Siga Palachaba. Yinaba Yaflam Shisha. Genuik Safla Sub. Sabi. This one.
Yeah, there's something going on with Google. YouTube's broke, Gmail's broke, the whole bloody thing's gone down, Skooks.
Yeftime, Abasan, from Karamusti.
Ah, Yanabi.
Yazip. Bimbus.
Yeftime, Abasan. Jebado.
Ah, Sul.
Su. Raus
Shem.
Freche.
Smallagorban Nahi. Quinny.
Slaboon.
Kalahosha. Froman.
At least as a plant sim, he can just walk through people.
Ah, Yerblick. Chimney. Hanzo. Huh? Ah.
Get a bit more. Oh no. Oh, we've destroyed the plant.
Newlands.
Any more plants? We need another plant, quick. We're in the desert, how can there not be any plants? Oh, there's a tree. Have a bit of the tree, Charlie. Oh, don't get run over. Oh, he's on the other side of town. There's no trees closer. No. What's going on there? Didn't look too good, did it? Yeah, the whole hellhole, Claire. Definitely. Google works fine here. Must be something they're doing local here. It's probably Brexit. Brexit's done it.
Hey. Yibs. Tombra.
He needs another plant. He's not topped up quite there with that. There we go, another tree. Oh God, how long's he got left? It's been a tree, 2 days. He'll be right by the spring. Right, well, he's completed his festive duties for today. So we'll get him back home. Well, should we have a quick look at the bakery, see how that's going? So hope he doesn't get stuck behind the counter there again. Ooh. Here come the staff now. They just turn up because you're there. It's free food and drink, so let's get some dragon fruits. Whoa, what's going on? Free food and drinks? They're charging me.
Untale Kanapa.
I've got them all up in the middle of the night to open the bakery just by turning up there. Who's she? Is she the new owner? Wonder who owns it now.
Ah.
Oh.
Could do with a tree around here or some plant. Oh, go on, we'll have some onion energy. Wild cherry tree. Oh, we'll have to come back and collect those cherries when they've grown. When was the last shift? Because everything has been a mess. And I've been numb since Sunday. So I'm blind to life. Well, I think Skookum would say about Sunday, to be honest. Bloody cameras are running slow here. Let's reset everything. Right, what time is it? It's 11:30. I think I've been going long enough here, don't you guys? We'll leave it there for tonight. And the next time what we'll have to do is go to the woodlands bit first, complete those challenges up there, and then go back to the temple and the jungle for another holiday. So he's got 2 holidays coming up. It's not bad, is it? And he's just had Christmas. Hey, life of Riley for the Sims, innit? Shame it's not for the rest of us. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
I wanna know your dark side. I wanna know your secrets. I wanna be your lifeline. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Tell me you're more than just a highlight. Pretty pictures on the outside. I hate to stare at you through these lights. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Click and scroll.